Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my 2024 reading journal. As you can see, it's a little chunky, not as chunky as 2023, but let's get into it. Didn't do anything for the end papers, was going to, but didn't care. I saw somebody do this on, I believe, TikTok or YouTube. I can't remember who did it. I accidentally ripped one of the beams there, and I keep wanting to paint the whole page there blue, but I keep forgetting to do it. I added some gold. It says Reading Journal 2024. Thought it was cute. And I've seen people do this. I didn't do it this year just because it was time consuming and I thought it was a little redundant because I do track by number. This one is by months, so the different colors are the different months. I drew my two cats in this. It was really fun. A nice little pop of color. These are the 2024 books I wanted to read in 2024. As you can see, I didn't get to all of them, but that's okay. I really don't like the colors I chose for those books that I colored in at the bottom, but I also didn't care enough to change it. These are the series I was reading. Now, granted, this is not all the series I was in the middle of. I think right now I'm in the middle of 19, maybe even 20 now at this point. I liked the style of this. I decided to move this onto my phone instead because I would have to, it's gonna take me years to finish all the series I'm in. So pretty much I would just color in the book I've done. And this is my book club that I have, the books that we read last year. And then my rating system, I don't know, wasn't the biggest fan of these pages. I actually quite like how I did them this year more. But for this journal, I was trying to draw everything the best I can instead of doing cut and paste, with the exception of the books, obviously. And then this was my book buying tracker. Yeah, I gave up on this real quick. I was buying too many books, so I gave up on that. And then this was my DNF graveyard. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, I DNF 6 books. For each of them were for different reasons. Most of them were for, if there's animal cruelty or I was just bored. And so this is how I typically track my books. I had to add this little flap in because I read more than 100, but I liked the color scheme. I liked the checkerboard style, so I did that again. This was my book bracket. This was the second time I did it, and it was just too hard. I think was going to be Haunting Adeline, but I actually didn't put the picture there because I couldn't actually choose. I loved those 3 so much, and I did end up doing this in my 2025 journal. This page is the new release radar. I liked the idea of it. I tried to make it look like library card things. I don't know what it was. I wasn't super happy with it. Maybe it's because I used my tea stained paper, but I don't know. I think it's still a kind of cute concept. I feel like I just need to tweak it a bit. But this was kind of fun, and I just added all the dates and can add as you go. We're getting into the monthly spreads. For 2023 and 2024, my Januaries are my least favorite. This year, for 2025, I actually like my January. I have the books I read, and then my January stats. This hasn't changed. I've done this consistently the last 3 years. For this, I did the 4-in-1 page, so I would just write the rating and my review. Pretty much whatever came to my head, I would write down. And I was originally wanting to fill up the whole entire space, but then I got to the point where I was like, well, if I don't have enough to say, why am I trying to put more words? And in some pages, I would add, if I didn't have enough to fill up this kind of, I'm not going to put a title page there, so if I had a blank page, I would put the art and some of my favorite quotes. Hello, Loki. Yes, my cats like to come and interrupt me while I'm filming these, which is fine. He's soft, but you know, excuse me, sir. You're in the shot. Move your booty. Thank you. Okay, let's see if we can move on. Here we go. And here's February. I always like to do, you know, the February page and then a little quote page. Same thing. These are going to be pretty consistent throughout the rest of the book. I like to also match color of the stats with the kind of color scheme, obviously, and then I would try to draw something relating to the title and quote page on these pages. Here I just did the This is one of my favorites. I loved this, the puzzles and the quote, and with this one I actually cut out the edge here. Although when it's lying down you can see on the other page the writing, but that's okay. And yeah, see, I tried to do the puzzle pieces. Oh my goodness, Loki, excuse me, sir. Oop, dozies. Okay, yeah, so I added the puzzle pieces in the middle. This was fun. This was one of my favorite designs. And here are, again, I did another art and quotes page because I had a blank space. Sometimes I try and read more books just to fill that, but it's okay. I like to add colors. This is one of my favorites. This month I actually got married, and funny story with the quote, I actually spelled laughter wrong so many times that I had to just print out a piece of paper or get a piece of paper and cover it up and try again. But there were so many times I got it wrong. I would show a friend, they'd be like, oh yeah, that's good. But then somebody else would be like, no, that's not how you spell laughter. So many times. It was really funny. And I did get married this month in 2024 in April, so I didn't read too much. I thought this was cute with the rings and the gold and the pink and the black. My colors were like a green and pink, like a light pink. And then this is another one that actually I had to add this page in because I wanted to do a wedding photo spread. So this is it. I do have some of them blurred. This is fun to do. I sometimes do this if we go somewhere or a big event happens. And oh, I love May. This was super fun as well because of course May the 4th be with you. I had to do this theme. The little lightsabers, I'm pretty proud of those, not gonna lie. And all these books. I loved those 2 books. My lightsabers. Loki. Apologies for the kitty interruptions. Again. Oh, and see here, sometimes I do the half where I'll have a spot. I don't want to leave it blank. I want to use it up. So again, add some quotes and some pictures. What am I doing? Oh yes, I had just read, in that month I had read the Daughter of the Pirate King, and so I wanted to do a pirate theme for June. This was pretty challenging. I got this reference photo from Pinterest for the ship, and then I just designed my own little other quote page. And I read quite a few books that month in, what was this, July? No, June. I read quite a few books in June. Some of my favorites there. Look at the little toe beans. This is July. I wasn't super crazy about this one because the water bothered me. I was trying to be fancy. Didn't work out the way I wanted to, but that's okay. And actually this quote, I actually made this up. This little poem, I made that up. So hope you like it. I thought it was cute. Here's another one where I just did the bottom half of that. This was the first time I painted in this. Again, I got this reference. I think I saw this on Pinterest and I just added a little baby duck because it's me, my husband, and my son. The paint I used for this was not that great, so it's very splotchy, or maybe I should have done more layers. I did too. And I just kept the quote side a little more simple. But look at the little duck in the lily pads. This was cute. This is August. This is my sister's birthday month, and she loves ducks, so I had to do that. I loved the cat and mouse duet, so I decided to do a whole page of quotes and photos. I am one of the people that loved it, yes. Don't judge me. And September, I thought this was super cute. I never really know what to do in September because I don't really want to do a school theme, but I thought bees was cute. I loved this as well. And the yellows and the blacks. And here we have October. This took me so long to do. Like, I think 7 hours or so. I remember I was on the FaceTiming my sister from 12 until like 7 o'clock at night. Mostly because with the coloring, I used pencil crayons, so it was super time consuming. Also with this quote, I actually also made this one up myself. I thought it was kind of fun, and then adding the colors and the different textiles coming out of the cauldron. I'm actually pretty proud of this. This was fun. I did not make up the design of the house though myself. I did get it off of somebody on Pinterest, so I'm not the original person to create that. Oh, this is when I read Lights Out. Oh my god, I loved this. So good. Made a few of my friends read it. I was starting to reread Fourth Wing. Well, I was hoping to start in November, so I thought I'd do a dragon theme. I'm pretty proud of this one too. This was probably one of the hardest things I've drawn, and I thought it turned out pretty well. I'm not super big fan of the quote page. Of course, I had to do that quote. How could I not? Again, I usually get a lot of my photos from Pinterest, so I'm not the original person to create them most of the time. I also went to Mexico in November, so I got to read like 5 books while I was away. I did not do a little memory spread for that. I forgot. I guess I could put that at the back of this book maybe. Maybe I'll do that later. Oh, I marked when I got to 100 books. And here's another quotes and arts page from the books. Just gonna showcase my favorites. And then this, another one I painted. I did this digitally on my tablet, and then I was like, I want to paint it. So I tried to paint it. It actually turned out pretty well. I got some better quality paints. I did make a few mistakes here and there, so it's not perfect. And using paint to do a quote was really hard, but I thought it turned out pretty cute. I tried to put a matte coating over it so it doesn't stick, but it still sticks. I'm a little confused about that, but oh well. And since this is December, we are getting to the end. So here's another book and art quotes. Oh my gosh, book, art, and quotes page. Little doodles I always think are fun. And then these are like the end of the year stats. I'm not gonna go through these, I'm sorry. This was kind of just haphazardly put in here. I did a bit more in-depth one in 2023. So those are all the books I read in each month with the photos on them, And yeah, I have a lot of space left. I don't really know what to do with it. Maybe do some more artwork in there. Not too sure. We'll see what happens. There it is, my 2024 reading journal. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!